I want to introduce you to the most wonderful person in the world. That's the person sitting in your seat right now. Every man and every woman can become truly great by the simple process of recognizing his or her own mind, embracing it, and using it.
Are you living on purpose? I'm going to give you the courage, the strength. I'm going to help you develop it to go after it with all of you and think big. This is a formula. I really hope you understand. This is a formula and it works every time. You're going to discover your purpose, if you haven't already, by following these principles.
Hello everyone, welcome to the lesson 1 of the Self-Confidence Camp. I'm your host Scott Edwards, and I want to welcome you to the call today. I see a few of you, see Chris, Donna, Paula. I recognize a lot of you from the Facebook group, so I just want to welcome you to today's lesson today. I had a really nice message from someone on Facebook, and what was interesting is something that Bob Proctor taught me many years ago. There is a difference between self-confidence and self-belief, and I wonder whether you know what the difference is. So Bob taught me this. He said self-confidence is a feeling, self-belief is an evaluation. So a lot of times, just to throw this in, if you start to reevaluate yourself, reevaluate other people, that's when our belief about ourselves tends to change, and then the feeling is related to that, and that feeling is what self-confidence is. So I'm going to pass straight over to Cleona. I want to tell you a little bit about Cleona. I've been working with Cleona now for quite a while. We met when we worked for Bob Proctor together, and I honestly don't think there's anyone I know better to teach self-confidence than Cleona O'Hara. She's been through a lot in her life. She's told me a lot of personal stories. She's very emotionally strong, and I know for a fact that she wants to help every one of you, and she's helped me a lot. I know she's helped a lot of you in the group a lot, and I can't wait for this lesson today. So Cleona, I want to bring you straight in.
Oh, thank you so much, Scott. Welcome, everyone. It's so good to be back. It's so good to see you all. Welcome. Welcome to anybody that is new and just joined us. Welcome to anybody that just signed up this week or yesterday. I saw some people join in. And for those that don't know me, I'm Cleona O'Hara, and a little bit of my story is, I was an immigrant from Northern Ireland. I grew up in poverty. I grew up with a lot of dysfunction. I came to America with the American dream, and that's not what happened right away. And I had 7 years. Do you ever hear the story, 7 years bad luck? But for 7 years, it was a roller coaster ride, and it was all my own making. Now that I understand the mind, now that I understand, I create my reality, and I'm no victim. Even though things happened to me that were unfair, I was in a very abusive relationship. I had no money. I got to the point where I had no money for food. I was in New York City at the age of 26, 27, literally on my knees praying and asking for guidance and for help. And I did not want to go back to Ireland. I did not want to give up because I was embarrassed and I was full of shame and guilt. And I didn't want to go back to Ireland and feel like I was a failure. And so I made a decision to stay, and I asked for guidance, and I've been led on this journey now. It's been almost 14 years of really studying personal growth, personal development, and growing my own awareness of this material. And now I know without a shadow of a doubt, it is my purpose on earth for the rest of my life is to share this, to teach this, and to help as many of you as possible. That's my purpose, and I will do it. I will give it my all. And so today, we're going to be talking a lot about just that. What is your purpose? Why are you here? Because each and every one of you we're given gifts and talents. Each and every one of you have a story like I do, right? And there's something I heard today, Scott. It just came to me before this call, actually. Out of our pain usually comes our purpose. Out of our pain, write that down. If it just came to me right before this call. Out of our pain comes our purpose. And that's what happened to me. It was in the painful moments. It was in the moments of despair, the moments of, I'm not good enough. I'm lost. Who am I? What am I going to do? Where am I going? That's when I discovered my purpose. And so I know you're here for a reason. And you're going to discover your purpose, if you haven't already, by following these principles. Okay? And if you already know what you want to do, then congratulations. I'm going to give you the courage, the strength. I'm going to help you develop it to go after it with all of you. And think big. Think really, really big. Allow yourself the ability to think big, not small anymore. Okay? So you make me that promise, yes? Yeah. We don't do small thinking, right, ladies and gentlemen? We don't do that anymore. Right, Lucas? Good. Okay. So, Scott, why don't we bring up some of the slides? We'll get into the lesson. And then I'm going to ask for a volunteer. Okay. And if I don't get a volunteer, I might pick on someone, but you can tell me that you don't want to do it. Just be honest, but this is for you. This is for you. Okay. Be courageous. You know, confidence comes from doing things that is uncomfortable. That's uncomfortable. Doing the thing that scares you. You grow when you do the thing that scares you. Okay. So let's go straight into lesson 1. And I'm going to, okay, here we are. So lesson 1, definiteness of purpose. Some of you may know some of the principles already. And you may be brand new to this. So what we want to do is get a clear picture. This is so important. Picture in the mind of where you're going in life. The picture is everything. Because whatever the mind feeds upon, you will attract. Okay? And that's the truth, absolute truth. Okay? You must learn, and I've highlighted the key words here for you to really, really focus on the words. It's so important. You must direct your thought power towards your purpose, towards your goals, which is part of your purpose. You control your thoughts. You direct. There's a beautiful power that's flowing to and through every single one of us. And as we have thoughts, we either direct them or we don't. You will become very good at directing the thoughts towards your purpose. Is this a helpful thought or is it not? If it's not, reject it and replace it. Okay? We choose our purpose in life. And some people say, I don't know what my purpose is. It's a labor of love. It's something you love to do. I love this. Can you tell? I'm so passionate about this. I can't see myself doing anything else other than this till the day I die. I'll be like 100 and they'll be wheeling me out and saying, all right, get off your pedestal. It's enough, Cleona. But I will do this until then. It's a labor of love. That's what you're here to do. It's not something that you don't enjoy and you feel you have to do it. That's not the right direction. And all success depends on definiteness of purpose. And the key word again is choose. You choose your earthly destiny and your own purpose in life. When you decide, keyword decide, when you decide to take control of your own life and stop living based on other people's opinions, on what your family told you should be, on what your neighbor thinks you should do, because we all have We've all had that experience, right? Are you living on purpose? Successful people move on their own initiative, but they know where they're going before they start. Okay? Some of you may know where you're going, some of you may not, but you're going to find out before the end of this camp. Okay? And this is really important. We're going to take time today to really think, okay? What is it that you really, really want? Now, you may have wrote this out before, but I encourage you to do it again, okay? Get a clear mental picture of what you desire. A clear, specific, definite statement of what you want. We're going to go over that at the end of the lesson. I'm going to help you define it, okay? Now, this is so important. I wish somebody told me this, 14 years ago. The way will be shown only after you decide and start moving into action. I have coached over 1,000 people, and the most common question and block is, but how? How? The how will be shown after you decide and take action. Stop putting the cart before the horse. Decide, have faith, and the way will be shown as you take action. That's how I've done everything. I decide first. I don't look for the how first. That's a trick. That's a scam to block you from having faith and moving forward. Well, where am I going to get the money? Bob would say, wherever the money is right now. But where am I going to get the time? You'll find the time. These are all alibis, excuses, alibis, right? So make a decision first. And now this is where we're going to go into desire. The next thing you do after you decide what you really, really want, you ask yourself, why do you want it? Why do you want this goal? Why do you want to live this way? Okay? Your why, once you figure out your why, plus auto-suggestion, which is giving yourself a suggestion through repetition, this will help create the burning desire. And we're going to go into a burning desire for those that aren't familiar. Why is this new image important to you? Why is this new life really important to you? Why is this goal really important to you? Once you have your burning desire and you know your why, the how will present itself. This is a formula. I really hope you understand. This is a formula and it works every time. But most people are too afraid to make a decision and take action because they need the how first. Okay? You must tap into why you really want the goal. Why are you here? When you connect that power, that emotion behind your goal, there's your desire. You're living on purpose. There's nothing that can stop you when you're in that flow. She's in a flow. Sonia, I want you to go there every day, often. And you write that statement and put it up somewhere where you see it every day. And you remind yourself of when the days are hard and when the chit chat of the paradigm is telling you you can't do it, you go to that statement and you read it out loud and you have a good, firm conversation with yourself. A courageous conversation. Okay? Because that's your mission. After you get your goal statement, you're going to ask yourself, the way I did it, you can go back and watch the replay and go, but why do I want to help X or whatever your purpose is? Why do I care? And if you keep chipping down at least 7 times, you're going to get to the truth. Okay? It's so powerful when you do that. So powerful. So as she and I and you go about our day, go about our journey on this thing called life, there's going to be obstacles. There's going to be, and the biggest obstacle is us. The biggest obstacle will always be you. I'm sorry to tell you that, but it's the truth. The biggest obstacle you have is your own mind. So 95% of the population is settling. How does that feel? Do you want to be part of the 95%? I don't. I don't. You choose your thoughts and you choose your life through your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. You have the power to control all of them. Okay, everything is a choice. Everything. We're making choices from the moment we open our eyes in the morning. From the split second you wake up in the morning, you choose to get up when the alarm goes off. Do you get up? Or do you say, oh, I'll go lie down for another 10 minutes? There's a choice, right? Everything's a choice. You may wake up. A negative thought may flash across the screen of your mind about 10 years ago when somebody said something to you. There's a choice. Do you want to hold on to that memory or do you want to quickly change the channel? Right? So I want us to be in the 5%. I want us to be in the 3%. I want us to be in the 1% because we're going to learn how to do this in a great way. Okay? Goals are to grow and live life on purpose. When you discover your purpose and why you're here and what's your labor of love, the goal is to move you in the direction living on purpose. The goal is not to get the money. It's not to get all the nice things. Those are nice and those are great. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm all about living a great life. But the goal is so that you grow into her or him. Because you're going to do things you've never done before. You're going to put yourself in comfortable places you've never been before. This used to scare the life out of me doing this. I used to tremble, shake, sweat. And I pushed myself. I kept going. It was so uncomfortable. I wanted to come up with 100 excuses. No, I don't want to do it. I'm scared. Got to do it. If I said I'm going to do it, I have to do it. I have to push through. You must persist. Even in adversity, you must persist. Focus. Focus. You heard her say focus how many times, Sonia? She knows everything is about focus. What are you focusing on? And then you choose the correct thoughts throughout the day that support your goal and your purpose. Now, I love this. When I heard this from Napoleon Hill, I said, oh, where have you been all my life? He said, every adversity, oh, guys, you really have to, if you don't know this, write it down and take it down. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. When things happen and you're in pain, you have heartache, or you consider it a failure, just know I give you my word. I've tested this time and time again. And the more you test this, the more you believe this, the more you have faith, you will see the evidence. If something bad is happening in your life or something has happened and has caused you pain or heartache, whether it's a breakup, a divorce, no money, health issues, whatever it is you're going through or have been through, you better believe that something greater of equal equivalent is on its way. It's on its way. So when I'm in pain now, or something happens to me and I don't like it, I always remind myself of this quote. I say, okay, I'm in pain for now. I have these inner conversations. Okay, I'm in pain right now. But I know something just as good is coming. Something very good is coming, or something even better is coming. It's like the law of polarity, right? Something great is coming. I promise you, if you're in pain, it has to move into form. And this is all about confidence. You need the confidence to get the job done, to achieve your goal, because it's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to work on yourself. It's your duty to find your purpose. I'm going to tell you why in a moment. Okay, it's so important. It's your duty to find your purpose and your passion and choose your life through your thoughts, feelings, and actions. A burning desire is something that lights you up and you're full of passion. So a burning desire, some people don't know what it is yet they're supposed to be doing. It will light you up. It will give you energy. The labor of love that you're supposed to be doing will give you energy. It will light you up. You can talk about it for days. It's something you love. It's something you enjoy. It's something you're really good at. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Oh, you can't do that. I heard that so many times. I don't care. If I love it and I want it, it is mine. If you love it and you want it, it is yours to have. Can you believe that? Give me a show of hands if you can believe it. Then it's yours. Isn't that beautiful? Like just take a moment of simplicity. Isn't that so beautiful? If you love it and you want it, you can have it. And you believe that. That is so beautiful. Wow, look at us. We're creators. Wow. So good. We're just these amazing creatures, right? If you don't have a burning desire for something that lights you up yet, you're going to find it. I promise you. By the end of this camp, you're going to find it. You're going to lock into it. You're going to have a definite plan, and you're going to be like a horse with blinders on going down the racetrack. Okay? You're going to have that. If you don't have a burning desire, you're likely to quit and drift. It can't be a wish, a mere wish or a hope. Oh, well, I hope I can get it. Well, I wish maybe I can wish. No, that's not going to cut it. Do you feel there's a fire in me? There's a passion in me. Because it's not a wish or a hope. It's a burning desire. I don't want to drift. And we're going to talk about drifting in a moment. You must be passionate about your work. We must put in the initiative to find something that we love to do. And if you don't know what you love to do yet, think about what lights you up. Think about, what do people need? Or can you solve a problem that somebody has? Think about all the problems in the world. Can you solve any of these problems? And follow that path. And failing forward is growth. Failing forward is growth. There's no such thing as failure. It's only when you quit. Now, this is where, when I heard this term drifting, how many of you, just with the show of hands, have heard this term drifting? Show me again. Sorry, I couldn't see. Okay. Okay, quite a few. Okay, good. When I heard the term drifting, I had just started working for Bob Proctor, and somebody sent me a book. It was actually a book It was a Napoleon Hill book. And I don't know, till this day, I don't know who sent me the book. It's called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Okay. Somebody sent it to me. I did not order it. I never heard of the book, and somebody sent it to me. And when I heard the term drifting, that's what shook my soul, shook me. And that's when I realized I do not want to be a drifter. I must go after my goal with all of me. So here's the term. This is what the definition of drifting means, okay? And this is from the book. I can best define the word drift by saying that people who think for themselves never drift, while those who do little or no thinking for themselves are drifters. A drifter is one who permits himself to be influenced and controlled by circumstances outside of his or her own mind. A drifter is one who accepts whatever life throws in his way without making a protest or putting up a fight. He or she doesn't know what he wants from life and spends all of his time or her time getting just that. When you don't know what you want in life, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're drifting. You're not in control of your life. It's like birds. You've heard this story, I'm sure. It's like the animals and the birds, they live off instinct. They know where they're going in the winter. They know where they have to go through instinct. We humans need to have a goal, and we need to be working towards it every day, or we're lost. We're lost in our environment. We become drifters. We're susceptible to what our neighbor's saying, what the TV's saying. I don't watch the TV. Somebody said to me, did you ever watch Star Wars? I'm like, no, I was studying. If I have time to watch TV, I'm going to feed my mind. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with watching movies every now and again. It's actually fun, for your imagination. But I certainly don't watch the news. Now if the news is on, if I'm in a waiting room or somewhere and they have the news on, I actually feel sick because of there's the fear. They're just pushing fear. I don't watch that. If there's something I need to know, I'm sure I'll find out. Right? And that's just me personally. So for the penalties of drifting, without a definite purpose, we must pay the penalties. Laziness plus indifference equals procrastination, which equals drifting. Drifting destroys the power of personal initiative. Being courageous, this is so important for me. I had to learn this. Being courageous is more important than being nice. I was the biggest people pleaser on the planet because I had a lack of confidence. I didn't make my own decisions. I did what everybody else wanted me to do. Even in a restaurant. What restaurant do you want to go to, Cleona? Wherever you want to go, I'll go. What kind of food do you want? Whatever kind of food do you want? Like I couldn't even make decisions. Now I've learned to say no, a firm no, and a firm yes. I've learned you must stand up and speak the truth if you're going to achieve any of your goals. You must stand up and have a firm yes and a firm no. So being courageous, always remember that. Being courageous is more important than being nice. Nice, it's okay to be nice, okay? We're going to talk about a pleasing personality on this camp. That's a different story. That's not being nice. A pleasing personality is different. Okay? Don't walk around life trying to be nice. You have to have difficult conversations. And this is the enemy of the mind. The enemy of the mind is drifting. And this is from the book where Napoleon writes, I keep them drifting. The enemy of the mind wants you to keep drifting. Isn't that sad? Okay, that's how important your goal is. And I thought of this morning at like 5 a.m. When you're not in control of your own thoughts, who is in control? Like, really think about that for a moment. If you're not in control of your thoughts, who's in control? Okay? Yes. You're going to become so freaking courageous. You're going to become so strong that you're going to become in charge of your thoughts. You are going to take control of your whole life, your destiny, by controlling your thoughts. Is this helpful as the thought comes in? Does this move me towards my goal? Yes or no? No. Then get out. Reject. Thank you. Cancel. And then say an affirmation. That's what I do. But you have to become very aware of what you're thinking. We're going to talk about that as well. When you have a burning desire, there's a fire within you. And if you haven't felt the fire in a while, we're going to turn it on. Okay? You're going to turn that. There's a blazing fire in each and every one of you. It's a burning desire to grow into her or him, the person you were destined to become. That's what it is. That's what the desire is. Follow the desire. You can't drift when you have a burning desire. And Napoleon Hill talks about it. He calls it a burning white hot heat of obsession. Like, really think about these words. It's not, oh, I'll just get up and, oh, I hope the day goes nice. No, listen to the words he said. A burning white hot heat of obsession. This is how you must feel about your goal. You got to light the fire within you. And you will attract everything that you need. I promised you. But you must turn on the heat. I always say that. I used to say it, my colleagues know when I worked for PGI, turn on the heat. Don't just sit there. Linda's laughing. She's like, yeah. She's got her heat turned on. Haley's put the lion symbol in the chat. That was my nickname at PGI. It was the lion. Because I can turn on the heat. Because I know the heat is the burning desire. I think about it. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with this. Everybody else is going out on a Friday night. I'm in with my books, in love with my books. That's my desire. What lights you up? What gets you out of the bed in the morning? I want you to have this. I want you to feel it. And when you turn that on, everything comes to you. Everything you need will come rushing to your aid to bring forth your goal into fruition. It's the truth. I've seen it time and time again. Okay? You must stop playing small and stop hiding. Make tough decisions. There's some decisions you're sitting on that you're procrastinating on. How dare you? How dare I? If we are here on this earth, we don't know how long we're here. I'm not going to my grave saying I didn't give it a go because I was afraid. I was afraid. Afraid of what? Go after your desire. Find a way to tap into your desire by tapping into your why, like Sonia did. Right away, she turned it on. Did you see that? You will do the same, and you'll practice it every day. In moments of doubt, go back to the goal. Why am I here? Why am I doing this? So with a burning hot heat of obsession, Even me saying the words, the flames are on, right? That's where you're going to get. It's fun. And then plus an organized plan that you're moving towards. There's nothing that will stop you. Nothing. No one. People, circumstances will move to support you. You'll get a phone call. You'll get an idea. Oh my God. How did I even get here today? How? How did I end up on this self-confidence camp? An idea fell into my mind. But the difference is people don't take action. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I made a phone call to Don Green. How did I even do that? I never met the man in my life. Do you know what I did? I'll tell you what I did. I came from Proctor Gallagher Institute. I was working for Bob Proctor for years. I left working for Bob, and then I took time off. I think I took 2 months off to think and be with my children. And I said, God, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing next? And I let it go. Just let it go. I spent time with my children. It was the summer. I was having so much fun because I worked really hard for 2.5 years straight almost. And I was just really enjoying being a mom at home. And then all of a sudden I said, what is it you want me to do? I let it go. And then all of a sudden one day I'm sitting in front of the mirror, doing my makeup, playing my music, turning on my desire. And all of a sudden the idea comes into my mind, called the Napoleon Hill Foundation. Just like that. And I picked up my phone. This is the truth. I picked up my phone. I don't know anybody at the Napoleon Hill Foundation, never have. And I Googled their website. And there was a phone number at the bottom of the website. And I called it. And it was a voicemail. Thank you for calling. Leave your message. And I said, my name is Cleona. Here's who I am. I want to speak to somebody here, maybe a manager, maybe somebody that's in charge. I just have an idea that I want to maybe work with you guys. And then Don Green called me a day or two later. I took action. I followed my hunches. Didn't know what I was doing, but I followed the hunch. I followed the seed. And he called me back. I spoke from my heart like I'm doing to you right now. There was no agenda. It was, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just following my hunch. I said, I really want to meet with you, Don. No, actually, this is even funnier. He said, I didn't even know who Don Green was. And Don might be on this call. Sorry, Don. Don goes, I said, listen, I need to speak to a manager. Do you know anybody? He goes, I'm Don Green. I'm the CEO. So I didn't know who he was. I didn't know his position. And he's explaining to me who he is. I said, okay, all right. So you're the boss in charge. Okay. I said, I really want to meet with you. I don't know what we're going to do yet. I have some ideas. He said, oh, I'm busy. I said, okay. And I called him again a week later. I said, I want to come to Virginia. I want to come meet with you. I said, can we do a Zoom? He goes, I don't really do Zooms. So there's rejection, right? You see the rejection, a little bit of rejection or a little bit of I'm busy. Now, the old Cleona would have quit. The old me would have said, oh, he's not interested. He's probably too busy. Leave him alone, right? No, I'm following my hunch. So then I said, I'll come to Virginia. I'll meet with you. He said, you know what? Why don't you come to California? I'm doing an event, Think and Grow Rich Mastermind. And I flew to California, didn't know what I'm doing, didn't know anybody, but I followed my hunch and I took action. Okay. And now here we are. And I'm working with the foundation. It was only 2-3 months ago, July, right? This is what you must do. Fearless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. Fearless woman and men. Okay? Can you do it? Can you do it? Yes or no? Yes. Are you willing to do it? Yes. Put it in the chat. Hands up. Yes or no? Or are you just playing around? Fearless. If you want it and you love it, you can have it. And that's my attitude. Yes. Yes. Go Claire. Go Kia. Yes. And don't you dare let anybody stop you. Don't you dare let those thoughts stop you. Those scamming thoughts that don't belong to you. You want it? It's yours. It was already birthed to you. An idea was given birth through you. You gave birth to the idea. You were chosen for that idea. You were chosen. And it's your responsibility to develop the confidence, the courage to go after it. So let's go on to the next slide. And some of you may have seen this before. So this is the stick man. Many of you know this, many of you may not. So you have your conscious thinking mind, you have your subconscious mind, and your body. Over 95% of your results is all coming from your subconscious mind. When you learn to direct your thoughts and your thought power to your burning desire, everything changes. When you mix emotion, these are formulas, success formula. Wow, we know this. When you mix emotion with your thoughts towards your goal, your burning desire, the feeling, you emit a feeling into the universe, that's your vibration, the law of vibration, which we will talk about in one of the lessons. What you emit into the universe is what you're going to attract back. When you're drifting and you don't have a definite purpose, you don't have a goal and you're not working towards it, you're drifting, which means you're destroying the power that's flowing to and through you. Okay? So it all starts with the thoughts, which turn into the feelings, and then that sets up the vibration that moves you into action to get the results that you want. So now what I want you to do, we're gonna put some music on, we're gonna do a little bit of work. With everything I just said, I want you to really think about your desire statement. We're gonna write out a statement and a goal. And number one, we'll leave the instructions on the screen. We're going to put music on. We're going to take about 5 minutes. And you're going to write out exactly how much money you desire per year, per month. And money is very important. So those that may have some money paradigms floating around from childhood, okay, when you were told money was evil, I'm here to tell you that was a lie. Okay, and I'll tell everybody that forever. Money is very important. If you have no money, you can't focus on your goal and your desire and your purpose. Okay? You were put on this earth to create. And if you don't have money, why would we not have money? How can we create? How can we help people? It's a resource. It's a tool. So think about how much money you would like to have per month or year and be definite. Number two, what do you intend to give in return for the money? Or what do you intend to give up in return for the money? Maybe there's some habits of procrastination. Maybe there's some habits of, I don't know, smoking, drinking, over drinking. I don't know. Maybe you have to have a good talk with yourself. We have to sacrifice for what we want. Okay? What are you willing to give up? What do you intend to give in return? Do you intend to give coaching services? Do you intend to give, like Trifon? He has an app. He's giving technical products and services, right? I'm probably saying it wrong, but you get the idea, right? So he, in return, he had specialized knowledge of building apps, software design, technology. He's giving up his time and his expertise and giving that away. And then I want you to pick a date. When do you intend to possess this new money? And it should be money you've never earned before. And then number 4, a definite plan. You're not going to have a definite plan today, of course, but at least let's write down 1 to 3 first action steps. Okay. And then you'll have your statement of desire and your goal. And I know you're going to have questions, but we'll finish the next slide and then we'll do questions and then we'll go to work. Okay. So here's an example. If you want to take a picture of it, we could put it in the chat. The exact, how to write your statement. Number 1, the exact money you desire. So let's say it's $100,000 or more. I'm giving an example of a nutritionist. The exact amount of money I desire is $100,000 or more per month. Number 2, I intend to give excellent service in my work as a nutritionist and focus my thought, energy, and attention to my labor of love, helping hundreds of people improve their health. Number 3, I intend to possess this by November 23rd, 2023. Number 4, my plan of action is A, if the person hasn't been certified yet, then they should probably go get certified first, right? Get certified as a nutritionist. B, get a business set up. C, create a business name and brand. D, could be get marketing or get funding, whatever it is to start the business. And then number 5, you're going to write out a goal statement in the present tense of already having received this goal. For example, I am so happy and grateful now that I am earning $100,000 or more per month as a world-class nutritionist. I am helping heal hundreds of lives yearly. So that's an example of your goal statement in present tense. Okay. Now, for those that know what they want, why don't you spend this time thinking about the why? Think about the why for those that already know what they want. Okay, perfect. This is perfect. And I hope you really gave yourself permission to think bigger, to think differently, because this is the starting point. It's the starting point to any change, any transformation. And it may seem simple, but it really is the most important step. Okay? So think big. And I'm going to give you all homework to do. We have more homework to do. And I'm going to put a video. I was going to play the video, but I'm just going to put it in the Facebook group. Okay. There's a beautiful video of Napoleon Hill on definiteness of purpose that you can watch in the Facebook group. Okay. So this is the starting point. So for your homework, you're going to complete your statement that you're working on now. And you're going to create a statement of and description of what you want, what you're willing to give in return or give up in return as well. You're going to record the statement and you're going to repeat it, memorize it, and at least 12 times a day, you're going to say it and speak it. And what I want you to do at nighttime, before you go to bed, I want you to say it into the mirror with enthusiasm. Like really, really do this. And I know not everybody's going to do this because I know how this works. But I promise you, the people that do this, you're going to get the results. You're going to see a transformation. Go in the mirror in a state of enthusiasm and repeat your statement and give thanks and thank God, thank the universe, whatever you believe in, for giving you the goal, for already having received it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, everybody, for your participation. And thank you for being here with us.